Listener discretion is advised. 2, 1, go. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Sum 41 is going to come in here tonight. Sum 41 is playing over at Jimmy Kimmel's show right now. They probably, as tradition would have it, the bands usually go on at the end of... Where's our coffee, Drew?
Good question.
Yeah. We got 3 extra mics and not one goddamn cup of coffee in this tub. Let's go, Bri. What do you say, buddy? Good times. All right. Now listen, Drew, here's your problem.
Mine, yes.
Yeah. You refuse to see the difference between you and anybody who makes $7 an hour.
Right.
I'm telling you there's a difference.
Really?
Yes.
It's hard for me to see it.
They're supposed to kiss your ass and get your coffee and do all that kind of stuff. And if they
don't, you're supposed to get mad.
No. If they don't, you're supposed to tell them. And then if they don't again, you're supposed to tell them again. But the third time, you're supposed to yell at them. Right?
Okay, got it.
Thanks.
Hear that, Tara?
Got our coffee.
Okay.
So where were we?
You know what,
yes.
though? If I were to behave like that, it would somehow come off more prickish than even you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
it would be even more, it would somehow be disturbing.
Drew, this is a new record, by the way.
Speaking of disturbing.
The coffee mug, okay, we're minute 38 into the show. Drew made contact with the mic in his coffee mug, which he usually does about minute 18 of the show.
I think the real record...
But the mug was not in the studio.
That's right. The real record was,
for a minute and 10 seconds.
That's right. 12 seconds after the mug arrived, I did it.
Okay,
yeah.
So what were you saying?
Just that if I were to behave like that, it would seem unusually asshole-ish, don't you think?
Yeah, but aren't you... I mean, Drew, you know... you breaking wind over there?
Me? No.
Oh, no. Shields. Dude, what drew my shirt now? Listen, you know about consequences and how that works in your business.
True. You're right, yeah.
And if there's somebody who's getting out of line, and I'll put it, here's what I'll do, because Drew goes nuts with this stuff. If they're not doing their studying, if their grades are starting to fall, it is your job to give them a nice little warning, and then the next time you start taking away video privileges and stuff like that for the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to step it up.
Yeah.
If someone's not doing their job, you're doing them a favor by calling them numbnuts, pointing at the kitchen and yelling, "I am God, serve your master."
I think you said Bri.
Oh, Bri.
Yeah.
That's right. That's Brian. All right. God bless him. Let's see. Let's move forward. So anyway, Sum 41 coming in here tonight after they finish Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy's show goes off at like 10:05 or something like that. The band usually plays last. They usually play second song sort of for the crowd. Pack it up, and they'll be in here probably about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm sure good and juiced up. Eve?
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay, so me and my boyfriend were having sex about a week ago, and we were doing anally, and it tore. And I wanted to know how I can get it to heal, because it hurts pretty bad.
The anus tore?
Like there's like a really small tear.
Yeah, and it's probably not a tear. Is it?
You can tear.
You can, but
more what you get is a fissure. Yeah.
Well,
what?
A fissure.
What, Drew?
Did I say that wrong? Fissure?
No, you say fissure.
Fissure.
That's where the thing starts poking through the side, or
a fissure just is a crack. It's just an irritation that sort of forms. It's like you get a crack inside of your mouth.
Yeah,
you get those things.
Like on the side of your mouth.
There you go.
It's like a little hole.
A fissure's different than a fissure, isn't it?
No.
Well,
doesn't
one of them? I thought the rectal fissure meant. I don't know. There was.
It's a fistula. Fistula.
Oh, fistula is what I'm thinking. So much fisting going on in the rectal area. Anyway, Eve, a little cracking in the crack.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Anusol HC cream and try that. All right.
What's that do?
It's anti-inflammatory. It's some steroid.
And where do you get it at?
You get it at the pharmacy. It's over the counter. And if that doesn't, in hot baths, and if that doesn't work after a couple of days, you got to have a doctor take a look at it.
And by the way, Anusol. Shouldn't you pronounce that anusol?
It's ANUSOL.
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 I mean,
You're right.
Is
you got
there
the word
anything I
anus
can-
right. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you trying to write Are you trying to make people say anus something?
They probably reconsidered it, named it, and then thought better.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you spell it again?
ANUSOL.
Yeah, I mean, look, you got if you're rubbing it on your cooling, you got the first word is anus.
Why not?
You cannot spell anusol without spelling anus. Yes, Drew?
Yes. Maybe it should have been just called Ol Anus.
Old anus, 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should drink that in high school. Get a 40, go down to the park. Yeah, some guys would get a 6er, Mickey's Big Rectum.
That was big.
Yeah, big opening there. All right, so Eve, second question.
So what can I do to prevent that in the future? Like, I mean, is that common? Do most people,
Most people do not, but that's an area that you can have pathology. You can get fistulas and fissures and infections and abscesses and hemorrhoids, all kinds of good stuff. So,
Well, I mean,
is it
like,
something
even if you use lube and all that stuff.
even if
Well, did you use lube?
Yeah.
Well,
is it something you particularly
did something bad happen?
What?
I mean, listen, you used lube, right? Now your ass hurts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so didn't we settle that one?
Yeah.
All right. This is my life, Drew. This is my life. Yelling at 17-year-old.
me.
Sweetie pie, you lubed your rectum, and now you got a fistula. Okay? So don't call the show. This is it.
Did you or did you not lube up?
You pre-lubed, yes? Yes or no? Yes, so you lubed. All right. Yeah, like I sometimes just think, what if I just woke up and saw myself here yelling into some microphone about anal lube, you know?
Old anus.
Old anus. Like, what happened? What went wrong or possibly right? What's going on? And who could be at the other end of this microphone? Who's he speaking to? Is it the guy in the next room? What's going on? What?
Yeah.
How many stations?
Yeah.
Holy F.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even know what to make of it.
Yeah.
If you just saw yourself sitting in this, first off, you'd go, syndicated in 100 stations? What's he doing in that dump?
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
the
First question.
Second one is, why is he dressed so poorly?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
making all kinds of money.
Right.
Third is, who's Four Eyes?
Yeah.
That's you, Drew.
And what the F's he talking about?
And fifth, what the F's he talking about? Who could possibly pay him for this? Good times.
Hello?
Electa?
Or Electra?
Electa?
Electa, all right.
Yeah.
You're 18?
Yeah.
What kind of name is Electa?
Oh, I don't know, and I said my real name too.
Really? Vet never told you parents never told you the story behind it?
What? Oh, it means the chosen one.
Oh, all right. In what?
Because, you know...
No, in what
it's like-
language?
it's like- what
It's
language?
Greek.
Greek. All right.
So what does Electra mean?
I don't know.
Are
That
you
chosen one?
you're Greek then?
No, I'm black.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys, you know, this is your subtle payback for all those years of racism, the crazy names, isn't it?
Exactly.
We have to sit there and Drew. Speaking of subtle payback, Drew just let one blast. Drew let something go in here that is so far from right.
You're so mean. You're
my-
embarrassing him.
I'm mean. My innards are on fire. I'm mean. Oh
Maybe
my
you can throw that anus ball.
Oh my God! Please, Drew, S in my hand so I can rub it on my face to lessen the pain I'm in. Wow! Wow! What did you eat, Drew? You ate legumes. You ate onions or something.
Give him some anusol.
Something happened so bad that was so bad. Go ahead, Electa.
Okay, well, anyways, me and my boyfriend have been together for like a couple of years, and like, I really don't like giving head that much, but every now and then I will give him some, and like, well, I don't. And,
Yeah, no, I'm getting weak from the methane content in my blood. It's starting to boil.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but like, he never really eats me out that much, like ever.
How often do you do it to him?
I don't know. Like sometimes when I'm really in the mood, like maybe like 4 or 5 times a year.
Are you guys even on the oral?
No. He totally always skips out on it. Always.
Well, you're only doing it 4 times a year, so
Well, he doesn't even
how
match
far
that.
off could you be? Hold on, Drew. Nothing else. Not again. You didn't let something else. No. Why you wait? No. Drew is so bad. And he's blocking the door, too.
Well, maybe the air conditioner will work now that you've kicked it off the wall.
Yeah, that air. Oh, sure. This place is ventilated like a Earl Scheib's paint booth. Are you kidding? Please. All right, so look, maybe you guys...
Come on, grow up.
You guys
We're
don't,
mature adults here.
You guys don't sound like you're getting along all that well.
We are. I just don't like doing that.
You don't like doing
And
it.
he doesn't like
do
doing
it.
it
You
either.
both seem a little PO'd about it.
Well, why won't he?
Why won't he?
Yeah.
For the same reason that you
you're
won't.
not doing it either.
He's not. He doesn't enjoy doing that, just the way you don't.
Well, maybe if he would put some effort, then maybe I would do it.
Oh well, does he know that?
Look, hold on. Is he listening?
No.
Does he know that you would reciprocate?
Huh?
He does know that.
He knows.
What?
Do you see?
I don't
doesn't know
wait.
it.
Those are big words.
Does he
I'm
know-
18, but I don't understand those words.
All right. Let me ask this. Does he understand that you enjoy receiving oral sex from him?
Of course he knows that.
He knows that, and yet he won't do it.
Nope.
What is he black too?
No, he's white.
Oh.
You guys are specialty.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's Jewish, too.
Oh.
So come on, Adam. This is your question.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Black guys are good lovers, but they don't like going down on chicks. White guys go down on chicks because they compensate for the smaller penis. And Jewish guys aren't good at stuff that involves movement of any kind. It's just any kind of movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Any motoric activity.
Yeah, so it's not... This might be trouble for him.
Aw.
How old is he?
He's 16.
He's 16. Look, and Drew, he's 16 and Jewish.
Yeah.
That's like a 9-year-old black guy. Maybe 8. I mean, physically...
Fetus.
Yeah. Okay, so the guy's moving along a little slow. You're his first woman, right?
Like third.
Have you been clear with him about this? That you would do it if he would do it?
Yes, it's been 2 years.
Oh,
Okay.
boy. Well,
All right. Well, then you might have to break up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's
listen.
important to you. He's not willing to do it.
Tell him Passover's coming up Wednesday, and you want him to set a plate for Elijah and your coos. Is that how it works, Drew?
No, I think it's something about rubbing blood outside the door.
Oh.
No.
Tell him you want him to eat your roasted eggs and bitter herbs or whatever that.
Bitter herbs. Let's stay with the bitter herbs theme. That's good.
You do any Passover stuff?
Not in a long time.
I've been invited to a Passover. It's like, listen, could you Heaves quit talking and let's bust into this brisket already?
Uh-huh.
It's like what symbolizes the strife. What's that empty chair? Elijah would, and this symbolize everything symbolized. Let's get to eating. Let's go. Explain it to me while we're watching TV. You got to sit there. You're not sure what to do. Then everyone's got to read. You got to wear. Not having your own yarmulke is like it's like when you go to. It's like not having your own bowling shoes.
Right. Or not having the right jacket.
You
right.
look stupid.
Right,
yeah,
right.
you get the cheapo paper yarmulke that barely doesn't sit right on you. You got to work the yarmulke in. You're just sitting there as the goyim guest.
Mm-hmm.
Then everyone explains what the bitter herbs and the roasted eggs for, and all the 40 years and the unleavened, and it's like you're just thinking, let's eat.
Think about
let's eat.
humans have to relive trauma. Relive it. 1,000 years reliving trauma.
I know. Can we eat already? Can we just eat?
Yeah.
I didn't even go through the desert. I'm ready to kill myself. Let's eat already. Sean,
Yes.
you're 29.
Yes.
What's up?
All right. This is kind of odd, so I just wanted your guys' opinion on it. I've been married for about 5 years. Been with my wife for 7. And I have a need to have semi-intimate relationships with other women that doesn't involve sex or any form of sex.
I mean, friendships.
No, he says semi-intimate.
Well, I wonder if that means a
Well,
platonic.
No, he's not going to put it that way.
Friendships, yes. Erotic, not really at all. Just, I don't know if it's an other people's problem kind of thing but see, here's the thing. My wife is the only person I've ever been with.
Mm-mm.
She's also the first person I ever dated.
Ooh.
So I'm just wondering if this is I'm missing out, so this is how I'm making up for it kind of thing.
Well, you say did you say semi-erotic?
No, not
Well,
even
no.
erotic.
Not
No,
what?
not erotic at all.
Not at all erotic.
Like semi-intimate, I guess.
He means you mean a close friendship.
Oh, how
Right.
did would you say intimate?
Mm-hmm.
How did, I got 2 hours of sleep last night, by the way. My brain's fried. But,
Okay, like intimate in
oh,
knowledge.
you said semi-intimate.
Yeah, but just
Okay.
in knowledge. Not nothing physical.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to realize when a guy says I want to have semi-intimate relations with someone other than my wife, you think, all right,
Yeah.
second base.
Well, I also think he's sort of flirting with.
I think finger bang when I think semi-intimate.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
No, see, I wouldn't even go that far.
All right.
What are you doing? What do you? But so there's no kissing, there's no embracing.
No,
But
none of that.
but there's flirting
Yeah.
and there's interest. And
Right.
who are these people with? Coworkers?
A couple of them well, yeah, actually, most of them were coworkers, and there has been a couple times where the door was wide open to take that extra step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ran.
You freaked out. Good.
Yeah.
Good impulse.
That's good. That's good.
All right, so you have the ability to contain yourself, but even so, you're flirting with trouble because one of these days you're going to be in a situation with somebody that you just go, oh, hell, and that's
Right.
not a good situation to put yourself in when you're feeling the way you do, which is that you missed out and that you're interested in other people. It's just a real bad.
On the other hand, Sean's no closer. He's probably
Yeah.
not going to get in that situation. But I mean, does your business involve any travel?
No.
What do you do?
Right now, I work in security.
Oh, right now is always
Bad sign.
that's always a bad sign.
Well, no. I'm in school, so this is just holding me over till I get my.
Okay, but listen, here's the dealio. If you have a crappy job and you're a guy who hasn't gotten laid much by other chicks in your life, you'll probably be pretty safe because girls won't bother you.
Okay.
The problem is, here's the problem. The problem is if you were a mover and a shaker,
Somebody really came on.
if you knew how to close some deals in your day, it's sort of like, well, I was a fighter, but I gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to mess with that guy.
Mhm.
He may have given it up for a while, but maybe he's got a couple beers in him now and he's not in a good mood.
Right. He shouldn't be going out and.
He's not going to be doing anything, but if he does, he's going to kick someone's ass.
Yeah.
And if you got a guy who's been through a couple of dozen women, then settled down, then gets some job where there's some travel involved and stuff like that, he may his old, he got removed from the wild, but he could. I know Drew's going to say something because Drew did a little moving and shaking too.
No, I'm saying if he were inclined the way this guy is, which is he's wandering and he's uncertain, he
I
was interested.
I don't think Sean's even inclined. I think for a guy who's only been with one woman to have other women show interest in him is something that he can't put aside.
Yeah.
He can't get around it, and I think he just wants to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
If he was going to do something, he would have done something.
All right. I just think he's putting himself in harm's way. Kind of.
Well,
still.
listen, stay out of those situations.
And by the way, women are very disturbed by men in any kind of intimate encounter. That guys, women, for instance, get upset when men are sort of intimately talking on a website or something. 'Cause men are just like they don't even think of that as a cheat. Or women are upset by that.
A woman would rather have Drew. You tell me if you agree or disagree. Woman would rather have you get a BJ at somebody else's bachelor party in Vegas than have a
ongoing,
2-3 month internet relationship with some pen pal in Canada you were making conversation
Let's
with.
just say they'd have equivalent, close to equivalent impact.
Well, they'd be pissed either way.
Yeah.
The BJ, they'd get past. They would tend to probably trust you more with the BJ.
Yeah, the point is, if the guy had his wife talking on the web, he wouldn't even notice it. But if somebody touched her, he'd flip.
Be a great thing.
He'd go insane.
No, you'd love some guy to occupy. No,
if a guy touched her though, you'd go insane. You wouldn't even notice it. Yeah, you'd like it.
You love a guy just to occupy all her time on the web.
Yeah.
Get a army of gay men just to talk to him about travel and fashion and cuisine. Meanwhile, you're left unmolested watching TiVo, waiting to die. What a life! It'd be a great life, Joey.
Yeah.
What's the matter, buddy?
All right. Here's the deal. I was getting some batteries for my CD player today, and my mom's got this bunch of batteries in her top drawer in her dresser. And so I went in there to get some, and I found this little pink book that said diary on it. I opened it up, just, being a little bit snoopy. And there were these 2 sheets that came out. It had the good and bad things on it of what it would be for her to commit suicide.
Oh, like a pro and con list.
Yeah, that's what it was. And it had what she wants with all of her stuff and where she wants she doesn't want, like, what she wants done with her body and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure.
How you found this today?
Yeah.
And you have no idea when it was written? Is there a date on it?
No, there's no date on it. It had to be pretty soon, though.
You had to be recently?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because I've gotten batteries out of there before.
And you never saw the book?
No.
Has she been seeming depressed?
Yeah. I mean, like, I had some trouble with the law a few months ago. I got 4 felonies and a misdemeanor, and...
How do you get 4 felonies and a misdemeanor in one...
4 misdemeanors and a felony. Never mind.
Oh, all right. What was the felony?
It was Grand Theft Auto.
Ah. And you think that's part of what's depressing her?
No, that was a long time ago. We've been cool pretty much since then, but...
You're 14. When was it? What were you, like 7?
Oh, yeah. No, it was a few months ago.
Okay, where's your dad?
He's, my biological dad. I never met him. My stepfather, he's been in my life since I was about 6 or 7.
Is he helping out here?
What is that?
Is he helping out? Is he a good dad?
Well, about a week ago, we started getting our relationship back, but...
Can you go to him with this information?
I don't know.
You should.
I think you should.
You should. You really should.
I think you need to.
Do you have an older sister or brother or anything like that?
No.
All right, you got to go to him.
You're an only child?
Yeah.
Really? Your mom must have had a couple kids taken away or something.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
That just smacks of, multiple litter. But, all right, Joey, listen, I appreciate you being upset, and you should be. So I think the 2 things there's 3 things you could do. A, don't start questioning what you've done to get her this way, because if she's seriously contemplating this, she's depressed.
Yes.
And it's not to do with you.
Though it is a nice opportunity for him to get his ass together a little bit.
Yeah, and him bringing home a straight A report card as opposed to the Grand Theft Auto thing probably
would help us a little bit.
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
But right now she needs professional help. If she is so depressed that she's having suicidal ideation, that is a sign of how severely depressed she is, and that can be treated.
And you need to talk to the stepdad, who it sounds like you have a decent relationship with.
Or at least he sounds like a decent guy.
Yeah, I think maybe felt like Joey was having a little trouble with authority.
Yes.
And maybe the stepdad was trying to impose a little authority.
Yeah.
But now it's time for you guys to put whatever petty differences you had behind you and focus on a bigger picture.
Yep.
All right, we are going to take ourselves a little break. Some 41 coming in here at the top of the hour, and we'll be right back.
LoveLine. We'll be right back. Half of all new HIV infections in this country happen to people under the age of 25. Protect yourself. Call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW. LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla on 94.7 NRK.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Some 41 will be in here in a couple of few. They're doing the Jimmy Kimmel Show tonight. So if you want to hear them, you can listen to our show. And then when our show ends, you can turn on the TV.
Heard you were talking about our illustrious Dawson's Creek on Stern.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I did Stern this morning. Went to bed at 2, got up at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just nothing. It's like there's nothing worse. What's worse? It's 4. It's dark. And it is night, man. It's the middle. There's nothing. Like when you get up at 4 and try to get going, everything is screaming, go back to bed. The street lights screaming, like you open the front door and look around, there's just nothing moving. It's like everyone's like, go to bed.
Yeah.
You open the fridge, you start screaming at you. You turn the coffee pot on. It's like, what are you, high? No! Get back there! Get back! I'm like, oh, it's so goddamn brutal. But, anyway, and then when I was done with Stern this morning, I had to go to work. I got home from work at like 6, and I took a nap.
Did you see the tape of what we did? And
No, I'm doing Jimmy's show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
He's gonna have tape of it.
He's gonna kill you.
Yeah, well, don't worry about you.
I'll get nailed too. What are you talking about?
No. Well, first off, people think you're dick anyway. Okay. Number 2.
Go ahead.
All right, buddy. Come on now. Don't make me feel bad by not yelling back at me. No, Jimmy's gonna pick out embarrassing solo stuff.
I'm sure it will include both of us.
Well, I did a lot of solo stuff
that's true.
Without you, and my most embarrassing stuff was the solo stuff without you, because that's where I was too tired to fight the script.
Right.
The stuff we did together,
we ad-libbed a bunch.
We ad-libbed, and we went against the script, and that won't be bad. The stuff I did without you was all off the script.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to take a ride on the Corolla coaster, baby?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. Long night. Cindy?
Hello?
You're 24?
Oh my God, am I really on the radio?
Oh, yes, you is.
Dr. Drew, I love you so much. I think you're so great, and you've totally, awakened my attraction to smart men. And I think that you're awesome. And if I could ever have somebody like you, then I'll be happy.
Thank you very much, Cindy. What's going on?
But for reals, my thing now is that I'm not ready for a relationship, and I just like to have sex. And
fair enough.
Drew will snap you up when you're good and loose in about 10 years.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, is that, this guy that I'm having sex with right now, he has, a really big package. I've never seen a package this big, and... I'm kind of scared that it's going to, stretch me out or whatever, and I'm not going to be normal again.
Is he big in circumference?
Yeah, it's just huge all around.
Huge all around.
Does it hurt you?
No.
It doesn't?
No, and that's the thing, too. Is it going to affect my ability to,
No.
No.
You'll snap right back.
It's fine. He may have spoiled it for all the other guys, but...
How big is his penis?
Oh, man, I knew you were going to ask that, Adam. Well, I don't have very big hands, but my hand, barely fits around it.
Oh, I would love that.
It's huge.
Yeah. And how big is it, would you say it is, lengthwise?
I don't know, 8 or 9 inches.
But it's got some girth. It's hanging on, doing that, when you grab on a guy's forearm to pull you up over a fence or something. It's that kind of grab, chin up on it.
Pretty much.
You know what I want? And tell me if this guy has this. I want that thing where I grab the base and there's still a lot to work with. Where I can really almost use it like a weapon. like I'm holding a club.
Oh, God.
Does he grab the base?
So you could totally, pimp slap someone with it?
Well, when you're guiding it in, you can grab the base, a full fist grab on the base and aim it in, as opposed to using the forefinger with the light tap on the top.
The tweezers?
Yeah, for me, it's I'm threading a needle, I want that.
He could definitely do that.
He can definitely do that. All right.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on? I'm smelling junior college.
Do you know what? Okay, no, I'll tell you what, Adam Carolla.
Uh-oh.
That's a yes.
I am in junior college.
Shocking! I am dumbfounded. Hold on a second. She's 24. She's 24 years old, which is old. I mean, you're in the 6th year of junior college at this point. Not that she went all the way through, but you see 24, you don't think college. She didn't say anything that had to do with college or anything.
No.
But But here's the thing about junior college with me too. I don't go in with any preconceived notions.
No.
It's like all good people who channel.
Yeah.
I channel the stupid. Some people channel the dead. I channel retards. They're on the earth, but they're brain dead. That's who I speak to. And I'm just sitting there, and after about a few minutes of conversation, something, a little angel, little idiot angel, taps me on the shoulder. It's like,
thank you, sweet spirit.
Junior college. And then this comes flying out of my mouth.
People are dumb.
Cindy? So what's going on? What's going on? You were going to straighten me out with this junior college?
Okay, I dropped out of high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for junior college, I would never have a chance to make anything of myself. And now I'm on the National Dean's List. I'm in Phi Theta Kappa. I'm an honors student. I have a 4.0.
See, I think
I'm going to go to medical school. I mean, give me a break here. Like,
No.
just because I go to junior college doesn't mean I'm stupid.
No, yeah. You're not going to medical school, though.
Oh, my God. I'm still going to kick your ass.
When are you going? First off, what college are you going to transfer into?
The University of Miami.
When?
Tell them that's a good school, Drew.
It is a good school.
When are you going?
January.
All right. I say I'm going to do some math here. You graduate.
Yeah, I took calculus. What kind of math do you want me to do?
You'll graduate med school in 2042.
Shut up.
All right, baby.
But
you keep going. That big penis may ruin you in the meantime.
So, Drew, you don't think it's going to, like, stretch it out?
No, nothing like that happens.
No.
You're fine.
Is this pre-med material?
You never know.
You don't think it's going to stretch it out?
You never know. Listen, that is the thing about junior college. It is a sort of second chance for people, and for people that can't afford it or need to keep treading water while they head for something in higher education. And I've noticed, I think I told you this before.
Listen, I see any white guy over
Well, what's her color? You didn't check
25.
She's not a guy.
She's not Asian. Cindy?
What?
What's your nationality?
I'm half British and half Italian.
All right. See, I toss you right. Well, if you're on the dean's list, here's what if I'm in charge, I start walking through junior college, and I start shaking people down. How old are you?
Yeah.
What color are you? What's your major? I run into my mom in there 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She's she's 42. She's white as a ghost, and she's a Chicano studies major. Out, baby. You're gone. You're using up valuable class time here. Let's keep it moving now. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You show me some guy who's hungry, who's off the boat, 19, looking for a better, comes to this country with nothing, looking for a better way, looking to get into being a pharmacist or something like that, or a nurse or something. He gets to stay. But you white guys who are just slacking off, just killing time because you don't feel like going in the service or going to work, you're out. Wait till I'm in charge, Drew. Yvonne?
Yeah.
You're 29?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
This is a stupid question. I've been dating the same guy for about 3.5 years, and having a lot of problems with him recently. Well, for about the past 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
We're both recovering addicts and all that good stuff, and we started out, it started out really well. Spent a lot of time together, did our own thing as well, but we kind of respected each other as well as far as, like, spending time and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, he got a job finally, like, 6 months ago, because he's on methadone maintenance, but he was on a really high dose for...
Okay, well, that's not recovery. That's
that's what... Yeah.
Okay, Yvonne, not recovery.
Okay.
That's replacement therapy.
Yeah, right. I know.
And so, and I have yet to see that work over a long period of time for an addict. He'll start chipping on heroin again eventually.
I'm sure. I mean, that's that's one of my fears, of course.
Is that what he's doing now?
No, he's on a detox regimen. He's down to 16 milligrams from 99.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but
made it without chipping?
Yeah. No, he's doing it medically.
Drew doesn't believe it.
Well,
you know what? It's you don't see too many junkies that can be that.
That's right.
No, you, my dear, have a very special junkie.
Yeah.
So what's
should
the
be
problem?
proud of him.
What's the problem?
The problem is he started working about 6-7 months ago, and he met a friend and blah blah blah, and he's been spending excuse my language, he's been spending a lot of time with them. And I don't mind that, he needs to have a life, that's great and everything, but I mean, it's to the point where basically I can call, he's over there every night of the week, he's never home. He puts me off to the side to go spend time with this guy.
What are they doing?
I don't know. I know he's smoking pot. I found.
Oh, all right. So there you go.
So
he's doing drugs.
Well, what do you? Okay, so
he is using. He's probably doing heroin.
Here's the thing.
Yvonne, why do you say he was clean? He's not making it.
What? I don't even know.
You're in such massive denial about things.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I am.
Quiet down, baby doll.
Huh?
Now listen to me.
Tell me.
Here's the thing, Toots.
Talk to me.
He's got two choices. Three choices. either the guy's in a gay relationship, which I don't think he's doing, A.
Right.
B, they're restoring some old Buick and are just obsessed with it in the garage, burning the midnight oil every night.
Or
C, they're doing drugs.
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm putting my money on C.
Yeah.
Those are the choices.
Yeah, and he's always like, oh, it's a...
But Yvonne, of course that's what he's doing. He's not in a program. He doesn't have a sponsor.
Nope.
You take the drugs away from someone that has no way to regulate, they got to do something.
Yeah.
So it's completely unrealistic to expect that of any human being, that they should be able to just magically taper off the methadone and then it's all over.
Right.
It doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, look, this sounds like this thing's run its course.
No, okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, why don't you start going to some Al-Anon meetings and
What's that?
go to
Al-Anon?
and see what or Narcanon and see what you think after you get some separation, get some distance, talk to some other people, and get some advice.
Let me just reiterate something we haven't gotten into in a little while. Not screwing up and not getting into trouble in life and not making mistakes in life is not really what life is about. I mean, I think here's what I think. I think people think that successful people never make mistakes, never get into trouble, never make any bad decisions or screw up. They do that all the time. But what they do is they cut their losses. Mm-hmm. They get in a bad business situation, they take their lumps and they get out. Mm-hmm. They get in a bad relationship, they take their lumps and they get out. That's what successful people do. Because they get screwed all the time because they're constantly trying to move forward, constantly trying to make new relationships or new business acquisitions and things like fall through all the time. Mm-hmm. But they realize it when it's going south and they move. And people who stagnate stay with the same junkie guy who's chipping at his buddy's house for 10 years. Mm-hmm. All right. True. So you made a mistake, 3 years, you gave it a run, time to move on.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back. LoveLine on 94.7 KNRK.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Steve and Dave are both here from Sum 41. They just got done from their triumphant appearance on the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and that's going to air. Well, it's probably airing right now.
Depending where you are.
East Coast.
I think some people have already seen it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. But it'll be on the delay here on the West Coast. And welcome back, fellas.
Third time. I think. This is our third time.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. That's great. Thanks for having us.
Oh, listen, fellas.
It's a pleasure.
Tickled pink to see you back in the studio. And let me say this.
Not like that Sue Johansson with that other sex show. She doesn't even invite us on.
Oh, I don't even...
How dare
Who is Sue Johansson?
It doesn't matter. She has a syndicated Canadian sex show. I've seen it on the U.S. You've never heard. Forget her.
Listen, I want to say this about Sum 41, and let me say this about that, too. First off, I got to apologize. I slept 2 hours last time. I'm in bad shape. So Blink 182 may come out of my mouth at some point when I'm referring to the band. But these guys have made it big. They're big international superstars now, and yet they still take the time to come visit us at the LoveLine studio. Now, we like
That's
that.
nice. We'd say that of very few of our
Is there like an applause thing or something we can get?
There is, but Engineer Anderson is not around. And you know what's funny?
Well, we can just make believe.
Yeah. When did you know Anderson was not going to be here tonight?
No.
Yeah, it's really...
He just decided not to show up.
There's nothing that goes on in this show that is ever discussed. I had zero idea that Anderson... And don't get me wrong, we're glad to see him gone. But you just think...
Well, what is he, just pushing buttons anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, he would make the applause sound. Ken, what do you got over there? Can you figure any of that stuff?
There.
Oh, there you go.
See, you lose him, get a Ken.
That's a much better applause than Anderson.
Ken, your applause button pushing is so far superior to Anderson's. It'll make your head spin. What else? Do you know what any of those sound effect buttons do, Ken? I mean, you got them. You got them.
Do we have like if a bad joke, like if anything I'll say? Well, do you have like a wah wah wah?
How about the hi hat?
And just start hitting a few randomly. See if you can acquaint yourself with them. Just start punching or just mash.
Well,
your
let us
fist.
hear them. There you go.
There you go.
Now hit one you don't know, and let's see if we can if it surprise you. and just start mashing your fist into it.
There you go.
All right.
Ooh, good one.
There you go.
I can do that with this little cup of water.
All right, Ken, stop it now. So the CD we know about. Does this look infected? This is CD's been out for some months, right? Were we talking about it last time you guys were in
I
here?
think it just came out last time we were here. We were talking about it, yeah.
So you guys are touring, and then it's back to the studio?
This is true.
I think that's how it works, but I think we're touring for a long time before we go back to the studio.
When does the tour wrap?
Probably end of this year, December, something like that. We're going to go in and start it all over again.
And where does the tour take you? Do you get in? You go into Europe?
Back to Japan, then to Europe again. Japan for the third time.
Wow.
You ever been to Japan?
No.
It's like going to Mars or something like that.
Really?
If like Mars, if you were in the 50s and you thought it'd be futuristic, right? Not new Mars, old Mars.
Old school Mars.
Old school Mars.
Your dad's
yeah.
Mars.
Where like you don't have to like wake up and get dressed yourself. You just sort of float around. I
was thinking too that the Japanese would probably dig some 41. I mean, more so than a lot of bands. I don't know why, but it seems like what they'd be down with.
They can relate with the height thing. Like the majority of the band is,
Yeah.
so five, 4 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want a rangy band in there like Blues Traveler, or I'm trying to think. Like, there's a couple of tall bands out
Coldplay.
there.
Aren't those tall guys?
No, they're medium. They're tall for Brits, but they're not tall in general. But who we just Queens of the Stone Age are a pretty rangy band too.
Yeah, they're tall.
Yeah, there's certain bands are tall. I used to like this you guys know, you're from Canada. Bachman Turner Overdrive had one behemoth Bachman brother and one midget Bachman brother. And one guy was like 2 heads taller than the other guy. And it really, up on stage, it was like Sasquatch was playing with a dwarf. It was really made for good rockin', Drew.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
You remember a little BTO, don't you?
Sure.
TCOB?
Yeah. All
Take
right.
care of business. AWOT.
Let's
Overtime.
Yeah, you guys. Well, see, that's what. See,
They're
you guys-
mature.
Yeah,
Sum 41. Yes.
Canadians. They know.
Andrea.
Andrea,
Yeah.
what's up?
Hey, I cannot have an orgasm through penetration.
That's you're 21. That would be you and your friends. That's normal for 21-year-old. That's everybody pretty much.
I know, but I've been with the same guy for 5 years,
Ooh.
and we have a very healthy sex life as far as he can tell. And we have a good amount of sex, and I would think after that long,
It's
to have something.
You may never have orgasm with intercourse. That most women don't.
Isn't it because it's like you sort of have to like reach her over and
Just
bend
the
her
wrong
up,
place.
put her upside down, and
I
like
can't do it myself either.
You what?
I can't do it myself either.
I understand, but oral sex, that sort of thing, eventually will probably what will do it for you. But
And by the
it's
way,
2 inches away or something like that.
yeah, but your boyfriend needs to kind of work on this with you for you.
I do it like as much as I can, but
that's good to hear. That's encouraging
He'd
to
ask
hear.
me every time afterwards.
you've been lying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Good for
I can
you.
tell. You know what? This is what women do.
They blame him.
They lie for a number of years, and then they start getting angry at the guy because they blame him for the reason they're lying, and it's really misplaced anger.
Yes.
They should be angry at their own vulva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or about their lack of communication skills. Am I right, Dr. Drew?
No, really, the anger should stay with the vulva. Just keep it right there.
All right.
Well,
be mean. Well, some girls are like the mean.
And her logic is sort of retarded, which is, why can't this guy give me an orgasm? We've been going at it for 5 years, and then she says, I can't do one on my own.
And he doesn't know he's not giving her one.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, there is an interesting sort of twist on this, which is, well, if I literally tell him what's going on, he's going to be so obsessed. He'll be constantly on me to make sure I've had an orgasm, and that would be unpleasant for her too, because she's not really into this guy.
Andrea.
No, I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's his fault at all.
Yeah, okay.
Is he the kind of guy that when people ask you, like, what is he like or whatever, you don't say, like, man, is he hot? You give him one of those, like, crappy answers where you're like, oh, he's really funny, or, like...
I love him so much.
I love him. He means everything to me.
Horrible.
He's horrible? He's horrible.
We're horrible.
No, you guys are horrible.
Yeah, it's true.
I could guarantee an orgasm if you were right here right now. I could guarantee
Obviously, I care a lot.
me and Adam.
But in this microphone, and we would get something out of you.
But when you've been with somebody that long, and probably he was the first guy you slept with in your first. Well, he was early on in your career, I'm sure. Yes.
Well, early on, but there's been
But you've been cheating on him for a while.
All right,
come on! You hear that? No.
Yes.
All right, but here's the deal. This you don't at your age. Sometimes you get involved into relationships that are sort of more intense than they should be, and more involved that you really want to be. You sort of get joined at the hip before you have a chance to evaluate whether or not this is somebody you want to be with or not. And you don't know how to get out of a relationship, how to end them. You don't how you know when the end is coming or how to see it. If this relationship had been when you were 28, you probably would have been out.
All right,
4 years ago.
Get him to give you some oral or end it. Rob.
Yes.
You're 39?
Yes, I am.
Now, you got a question. You got a 19-year-old son was charged for murder?
Right.
Of a girl...
his girlfriend.
Of his girlfriend?
Right.
Whoa. And how recently?
This was over the weekend.
Okay, and you bailed him out?
I bailed him out today.
How much was the bond for?
10.
So is that $100 worth of bail?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know more about bail than I probably should know.
I got a little chill when you were talking about it.
Yeah. So you come up with $10,000, and the bail bondsman gets you the $100,000 worth of bail. $100,000 worth of bail for a murder charge doesn't sound like that much. Is it? Are they
involuntary? Sort of
Maybe
thing?
it wasn't first-degree murder.
It is first degree.
All right, hold on a second, Rob. We got to take a quick break. We haven't had anything like this in a little while, so this will be interesting. Sum 41 is in studio with us tonight. We'll be right back with Rob and the murder charge after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine. This is LoveLine on 94.7 NRK. LoveLine on KNRK, Camas, Portland. LoveLine, NRK.
Hey, everybody, LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Steve and Dave here from Sum 41. Chevelle in here tomorrow night. Foo Fighters on Wednesday. Always interesting. And Pete Yorn in here on Thursday. Next week, Rob Schneider, who we haven't seen in quite some time, will be in here on Sunday night. So
now he's the animal character.
Yeah,
right?
That's him. That's the same Rob Schneider.
Deuce Bigelow. Yes.
Shouldn't there be a number 2, part 2, or did that come out already?
He's working on that.
Really? He is.
He's working on Deuce 2, eh?
Nice. Shocking. Yeah. Isn't that redundant, Deuce 2?
Maybe there's something funny to say about that.
What else rhymes with Bigelow? Maybe his name change or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I can think of some racial slurs, but that's about it. But who knows? I'm sure Rob will come up with something good. Now, when we left off, well, speaking of Rob, we were speaking of Rob, who's 39. He's got a 19-year-old son. Just bailed him out of the pokey for
killing his girlfriend.
First-degree murder, $100,000 worth of bail. And Rob?
Yes. I wanted to say thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, well, thanks for entrusting us in this time of need. Now, well, first off, do you believe he did it?
I don't. He's normally been a pretty good kid. This is the first time he's really ever gotten into any trouble.
And
what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
There was 2 guys, and they both were arrested. And she was knifed. They both said to each other that the other one did it.
And did he know this other guy?
Yeah.
A friend of his?
Friend of his, right.
What was the fight about?
Something about because the friend wanted to go out with her, and she might have been flirting with his friend.
Does this guy have a record, the other guy?
Yeah, he does.
All right. Well, I'll put my money on that.
Well, does your son have a record?
No.
No. And they charged him for the same thing your son was charged with?
They just charged my son with it. The other guy's out.
Yeah, the other guy's out.
Right.
Oh, meaning not on bail.
Right.
He's out.
Just let go.
Exactly.
And so they don't think they have a case against him.
They just think they have a case against my son.
And what do you think that's based on?
I don't know.
Well, they must have something.
Yeah, there must be something good there, Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're starting to feel like, well, maybe he did do it.
Yeah, was he doing drugs?
No, as far as I know, he might have been drinking.
Well, good enough.
He has no history with speed?
No.
You might check that out. This is something that people on speed do rather frequently, this kind of thing.
What, obviously you've contacted an attorney?
Yes, I have.
What's his advice, other than don't talk about it on radio shows?
Right, exactly.
Well, okay, so here's a couple of things. And so you're obviously, as a father, you're worried about this.
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess as a father, I have a couple questions. If he did do it, and that's proved conclusively, what would you like for your son?
Well, I'd like him to get some help. If that's
what kind of help?
Maybe some psychiatric help.
Well, he would get that if he has a problem that way.
Do you think he has a psychiatric problem?
Well, if he's guilty, yes.
Well, I know
there's a difference between a crime of passion and being, having.
I know what you're saying, but many a sane. I know as a father and as a human being, I think you got to be kind of nuts to put a knife into somebody, but it does happen quite a bit, unfortunately. And
how
those
many
people
times
aren't
was she
insane.
stabbed too? Because then you get like one or twice, but of 30 or something.
The only thing that if there's no preceding history with this kid having any psychiatric problems, and this was out of the blue, the only thing that would be would fit this story is a drug history that you maybe didn't know about, and that is something that can be treated.
I may not know about it. That's
true. But it's very common though for people to go to jail and then get some treatment when they're there.
Whose knife was it?
It was the other guy's. The fingerprints were all over. My son's fingerprints were all over it.
All over the other guy's knife.
Right.
Well, it seems strange that the murder weapon was the other guy's, and they just sent him packing. I'm sure they're going to want to talk to him at some point.
No, they had him. They arrested him at one point.
Yeah.
They had them both together.
Right. Then they cut him loose.
Right.
When's your son due in court?
In July.
All right. So you have representation for him?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're doing all you can do.
And I would sit down and talk to him about his drug history and his alcohol.
Before you hang up on me, can you just say hello to my girlfriend? She's been wanting to say hello to you.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems
She's in love with you guys.
Hold on a second. We got to convene now in our chambers.
That seems a little flippant after.
You guys are always trying to catch those calls.
Yeah.
They just stuck you in so you could get your girlfriend on him. I'd say help him out. Get this.
Think his next request is going to be for a windbreaker or something?
Yeah. Can I get a free coffee mug?
Mason jar?
Yeah.
No, but I'm sort of half there. I think the guy's under a lot of duress. Rob?
Yes.
It seems like a strange request for someone who's in the middle of what you're in the middle of.
But she's been pacing the floor and she's about to pass out because she knows I'm talking to you. I know it's
there are more important things right now.
What's her name, by the way?
Her name is Jolie.
All right, Jolie. And let's hope the son doesn't end up in Joliet.
Yeah.
I was just making a little joke.
Well, talk to her.
Why do I want to talk to her?
Oh, just say hello, will you?
All right, put her on the phone.
Just because it's going to be something.
Hey, guys.
What's happening, Jolie?
Oh, I love you guys so much.
Loving you. How's the whole murder rap going over there?
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Do you think the kid was doing drugs?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, see, there you go. See, that's why we need to talk to him.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense to me is he was on speed.
Why do you think he was doing drugs?
Because his eyes always look glassy and...
And what was he? Well, we can figure out whether he's doing speed or not. Is he a skinny guy?
Very.
Very skinny. And
so that rules pot out because you sit around.
Well, you can pot and speed. Pot and speed.
And is he? Where was he working?
He wasn't. He was going to school.
What was he taking in school? How old's this guy?
He's 19.
Junior college?
University of Vermont.
What was he taking?
Psychology.
Sure.
He's going to have a pickle to psychoanalyze his own.
University of Vermont.
All right.
Was he down here, down in D.C. when it happened?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when in Rome, it's a lot of murdering going on
a lot
in
of
D.C.
stimulant use, too. I still think drug and alcohol. So,
all right.
And that is a treatable thing, but he may have to pay a consequence for his disease.
Jolie, you take care of Rob over there.
Yeah, I'm trying.
And if the guy's first off, the guy's guilty, and it's like one of those crimes of passion. It's a low profile, whatever. He'll end up doing 7.5 years.
Yeah, but
years.
we got a woman's life gone, snuffed out. It's pretty.
Yeah, but we don't know her. We don't know her.
We didn't meet his
Rob,
her dad. Her
girlfriend, right?
If her dad calls in, it's a different story. We're outraged. We want this kid hung.
God. But right now, send him a mug. Send him a LoveLine mug.
Oh my God! Listen, all you screwballs, and it's the other guy's knife, and who knows? And but I know Drew. I know Drew's on. You're always into the speed, but
when people are violent, yeah.
But booze will cost more than one homicide.
Yes,
in its day,
absolutely.
too.
But that's a guy who's already got an aggression history.
Right.
That's a guy who.
Oh, the booze.
Yeah, that guy's that guy. Dad would say.
So he's the abusive father that's been drinking for years and it went too far that night or something like that. You know what I mean?
Or whatever. Yeah, it's some guy who got in fights at bars and stuff, and was a little aggressive.
And then it went a little far.
Yeah. Well, I bet if we scratched beneath the surface of this guy's lotto ticket, we could find a little aggression in it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Scott?
Yes, sir.
You're 26?
26, sir. Years young.
Yeah.
Way to put that, buddy.
That's you in the military?
Absolutely not.
All right. What's up?
Joan Rivers would be bummed.
Yeah.
She likes the military.
Anyway, I have this may be more Adam's area. I have a masturbation problem.
Yeah.
So do I, buddy. It's all right.
All right.
It's cool. Nothing wrong with it.
Come to the right place.
No, hey, nothing wrong. I don't do it 10 times a day. I don't do it once a month. I'm a regular guy. Nothing that's wrong with doing 10 times a day.
No.
But, I would rather masturbate than make love to my girlfriend.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, Steve-O over here. See, I have, because, with the girls on the road and everything, you don't want to, it's not safe, so I have my move that I do.
What's that move?
Well, the moves that, you basically just, like instead of you look and then on.
Yeah, you ask the girl to pose. And
oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I see.
Works.
So that's what rock stars are into these days.
That ain't cheating, right?
That's not, I don't have a girlfriend, but if I did, she'd do it. Yeah.
So, Steve, you're saying when you bring a couple of floozies back to the bus, instead of risking disease and emotional attachment.
Yeah, of course. That's the one that I'm really concerned about.
You just get them naked, maybe tell them to play with themselves a little bit.
Yeah, well, maybe sometimes.
And then you beat off. This is ironic because I'm going to beat off
to this.
I'm going to beat off. Steve's beating off. I'm going to beat off onto me when I get home about you beating off onto them.
Good.
It's the circle of life.
That's what I'm here for. So, dude, it's all right. It's fun.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Scott is beating off onto a brawny towel. He's not beating off any underage chick you met in Vancouver.
Come on. Any underage chick, they're all special.
That's right.
And I'm wondering if this may be a medication issue, though, since I have been on the medication Paxil for about 6 years.
And it's making... Can you only have an orgasm with masturbation?
No, but I can't... I mean, I have that delayed ejaculation thing where it'll take me an hour to 45 minutes.
Well, that's the Paxil.
And with your girlfriend, how's it going emotionally with her?
Up until about 2 weeks ago, it was perfect.
How long have you been going out with her, though?
We just started living together in December. We've been together 18 months. And she told me that she doesn't think I'm as emotionally giving as I should be.
What happened 2 weeks ago?
That's what they all say. Yeah. They all say, what are you going to do for me now?
What happened 2 weeks ago?
Well, I have a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. I'm halfway to my master's, and I'm working in my father's restaurant because I can't get a job out here. So I think she wants to be dating more of a guy who has a set future than a guy who's working in his father's restaurant.
What happened 2 weeks ago? What'd she say?
She told me that she hasn't been happy for 6 months, that she wanted to see some change. So I said, okay, I went with the flow. I've been in therapy a long time, or on and off for about 10 years. I decided to see a new guy. So she's happy that I've being proactive and getting myself help, but at the same time, she's keeping in this emotional limbo of.
All right. Let's get her flowers and go down on her.
Yeah, see,
that'll cure it all.
that'll do it.
Or
That's all she
let
needs.
it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Maybe time. Because she doesn't really appreciate Scott. That's, the fact that he feels like an object that has to have a certain specific career, and she's sort of judging him and wanting him to be somebody he's not. That's not good.
As a guy, I've had that line pulled on me many times. Like, I've not been happy for 6 months. First off, it's like, hey, I've been miserable my whole life, honey. What do I care about the last 6 months of you being a little off your game? Number two, why is that me? You've not been happy for 6 months. Go, why don't you fix it?
Yeah.
But has a guy ever used that line? Like, I haven't been happy.
No.
Like, what it is, it's your fault. And they haven't told you anything.
Right.
So they've just been stewing in their own feminine juices for 6 months. They're pre-pissed at you, and now it's all coming out. Now the dam has broke.
Yep.
And they're coming down on you.
Yep.
And as if you're supposed to magically know that they're not happy for the last 6 months.
And he doesn't like it when they come down on him. He's got to go on them now.
Yeah, Steve likes to go on.
On him. On them.
On his,
it's fun.
Yes.
It's great fun.
His phallic victims.
Look out, girls.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
And well, let me ask you this, Steve.
Yeah.
Let's get back to more of your antics on the road. Oftentimes,
you brought it up.
Oftentimes, guys will get into that thing where they're like, "Okay, here's all I'm gonna do. Just let me see them jumps a little. Just rub yourself. I'm just gonna do this." But at a certain point, you end up chasing them with your penis and trying to shove it into their ear or their nose, or you try to find some place to park it.
Right, yeah.
Ear, doesn't this break down at a certain point where you need some oral or something like that?
Well, yeah, fine, sure, but it's just occasionally.
It's occasional.
Occasionally. And, more often, but not always. It's not a rule. Like, there's no sign on the wall that says, because it's a little awkward unless you're really drunk and you don't remember anything. At first, because
it's
you sort of have to explain to them while they're doing it, and they don't know what's going on, and it's just like I wish I just had like a little chart.
But no, I find
this is where it's going to go, and then and then
you issue a flyer issue.
Yeah. When I'm looking,
video on the TV in the back,
when I'm out,
like you're waiting in line at Universal Studios.
Yeah, like you're on an airplane.
When I'm out looking for a little cupcake to frost, you know what I'm saying? I don't spring it on them in advance. It's not something you can talk about at the bar.
Right,
it's got to be one of those things that seems spontaneous.
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, I just killed that with
It's so funny how guys have to pretend like they're just thinking of sex as it comes around.
Right, spontaneous. You need to be more spontaneous.
How about we try this? The guy's got his buddies in the closet with a camera. It's so
the rodeo move where where they all come out and then she tries to get away. And you
ride her right out in front of that bus. Yeah. All right, so life's good for some 41. Dave, what's going on with you? You getting any chicks?
I'm engaged.
You're engaged.
He's engaged to be married, like a big boy.
Yeah,
I'm trying to convince him to get married at that Hilton in Vegas, where you can get married on the deck of the Star. It's like Star Trek.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And how awesome would that? Like, I don't even watch Star Trek, but I just think that'd be awesome if we were all, you get, Picard to be the the Republic, whatever. Dave would be he'd be Geordi, the guy with the blind guy.
Is he blind? I thought you said bad glasses.
No, he's they are the future. Maybe I just thought they were super glasses that help blind people.
Extra vision.
Yeah, extra vision.
Well, it sounds like a class move getting married over there in the Enterprise.
Hey, I'm happy. I don't have to explain to girls that I'm going to jerk off on them, so.
Right.
So he just does that on Steve's girls.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. That's Steve's.
Should we hear a little Sum 41?
Sure.
Yeah? Yeah, why not? Hey, you queued up there, Ken? All right. Here's a little The Hell song.
Their problems. Everybody says the same thing to you. It's just a matter how you solve them, and knowing how to change the things you've been through. I feel I've come to realize how fast life can be compromised. Step back to see what's going on. I can't believe this happened to you. This happened to you. I not the only one who hates to stand by? Complications ended first in this line, with all these pictures running through my mind. Knowing endless consequences, I feel so useless in this. Get back, step back, and as for me, I can't believe part of me won't agree, 'cause I don't know if it's for sure. Suddenly, I don't feel so insecure. Part of me won't agree, 'cause I don't know if it's for sure. Suddenly, I don't feel so insecure anymore. Problems. Everybody says the same thing to you. It's just a matter how you solve them. But what else are we supposed to do? Part of me won't agree, 'cause I don't know if it's for sure. Suddenly, I don't feel so insecure. Part of me won't agree, 'cause I don't know if it's for sure. Suddenly, I don't feel so insecure anymore. Why do things that matter the most never end up being what we chose? Now that I find no way so bad, I don't think I knew what I had. Why do things that matter the most never end up being what we chose? Now that I find no way so bad, I don't think I knew what I had.
Sum 41, everybody. I forgot, Dave was just telling me, or reminded me, but I went to bed at 2 last night, got up at 4 this morning, so I'm in bad shape. But Dave was just reminding me that they played, Sum 41 was our band when we did that whole MTV special for Super Bowl.
In San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Right. Where my dreams of a young child came true and I actually saw a little person. Is that the correct way of saying it? Being shot.
Wee man.
In a football outfit into a large vat of cheese.
You guys had the best seat in the house for that.
Yeah, right center, right at the 50-yard line or whatever, you know.
And it was quite impressive. I mean, if you were there and saw the wee man fly 50 yards in that vat of nacho
50 yards
cheese,
is not a small distance.
Well, not only was he covering approximately 50 yards, but his height was about 100 feet in the air. I mean, it wasn't one of those.
Was he a circus act? Has he done it before, kind of thing?
He was a jackass.
You mean, has he been put into a fiberglass football and thrown 150 yards into a vat of nacho cheese? Several times as a youth.
Nobody's
what
that
are you, high, Drew? No one's ever done that before.
No, but I thought maybe the human cannibal at circuses and things. Maybe he was,
No, and you know the thing about stuff when it's described, it's always a little disappointing. Like you go, and when we come back in the Museum of the Weird, a dog who water skis. Yeah. And you're thinking, boy, I got to see this. And then before you know it...
Doesn't Dave Goulier host that show?
You show some dog. He's got some special harness on him. He's not holding the rope. Some harness where the guy just takes a carabiner and snaps it in. Yeah. And then duct tapes his feet down to a big flat surfboard and drags him about 4 knots across Lake Havasu. And you go, come on, that sucked. I thought he was going to be doing slalom or something. But the wee man going through the goalpost?
Yeah.
Well, when they tested that, the football hit the post, and I was rooting for what do you call that, a foul or a
you want to shank it off the post,
just hit the post. But I mean, the vat of cheese was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Was it actually cheese?
Yeah,
processed cheese, but melted in like this hot, San Diego sun, and it was just like a total jock fest thing. They had like these hot wiener contest with all these jocks like munching up like all these wieners on the fake football field they made. But they've been out in the sun for it. It was great time.
Yeah, Drew,
bring the kids.
If you were any kind of fan at all of my work, you would have seen the show. Any kind of fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember why I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, why? Because you don't care. That's why, because the candle of our love has been blown out with one of your farts many years ago.
Wouldn't that just make it bigger?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that make the flame bigger?
Yeah, see? Good point, Steve. Thank you.
I've done a lot of experimenting with
Yeah,
this.
you've done it.
Yes, in the short term, it is bigger, but over the long run, it blows it out.
Depends on what kind of fabric is cushioning your buns.
It's true.
We will take ourselves a little break. Some 41 here, and we'll be right back after this.
Back in a minute. LoveLine on 94.7 NRK.
We'll be right back in a minute.
LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. 94.7 NRK. LoveLine, NRK.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Steve and Dave are both here from Sum 41. Going to be on the Jimmy Kimmel Show tonight.
Or right now, right?
No, show starts at 12:06.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Then I'm actually going to be on tomorrow night getting made fun of for our Dawson's
I got to
Creek
see this.
appearance.
It's going to be funny.
You're getting made fun of on the Jimmy Kimmel Show?
Yeah, shocking. Yeah, it's like you can just see the evil wheels turning over there. It's like,
Really?
when's everything starts off casual. When's that Dawson's Creek thing coming up? I think it's Wednesday. Oh, we'll put you on Tuesday. We'll talk about it.
See, Dawson's, what are you
See if we can get a
We
clip.
did an episode of Dawson's Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to say some lame dialogue. And,
Great. Dion and Jimmy will rip into you. You know Dion's there.
Yeah, Deion Sanders is doing the guest host. In keeping with the black theme, is doing the guest hosting, or not guest hosting, but sidekicking all week this week.
How does that keeping with the black thing? Just kidding. It's like Dave's going to keep with his black thing and like wake up tomorrow and walk around and do stuff.
Jimmy has had Don King, Mike Tyson.
That's why he's got all of his sidekicks have been.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
That
Snoop.
makes sense now.
Snoop.
Nah, there's a
I
good
think
one.
you've been the only honky.
David Allen
right?
Greer.
Is it just you?
No, there's been a couple other honkies in there, Drew. And we call ourselves crackers now.
I beg your
Yeah, it's me like crackers.
Yeah.
I like honky.
Honky sounds better.
I like
think.
honky tonks. I think those should come back. The honky tonk.
The cowboy bar.
Yeah, why not? Sounds cool.
How was Dion dressed tonight?
He looked very sharp. He wasn't as good as Joan Rivers, who was dressed up in this fur coat with $20,000 of diamond necklace, completely covering your neck, complaining about the war and why people shouldn't protest it.
But Dion wasn't wearing a canary yellow fedora and a pinstripe.
Black suit.
Black suit.
Pinstripe suit,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
All business.
He's gonna have to
How
do
can
it
you
up.
have pinstripe when the suit's black?
No, I said
They're
pinstripe.
gray pinstripes, but with the black. But it's majority black. I'd say 98% black.
Drew, don't question the band.
Just curious.
Drew,
You were pressing me. You were pressing me to see how I'd react.
There's many dark suits that are pinstripes.
Certainly.
All right.
I don't remember the tie.
Yeah. Oh, well, please, if it comes to you, Maria,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Hi. I want to start off by saying I think both of you are great. I'm a big fan of you both.
Are you talking about me and Dave, or?
No.
No.
Adam and Dr. Drew.
Yeah. Wait till he gives you the frosting job on the bus. You'll be a fan.
Just wait.
Yeah.
I think you're really funny, and Dr. Drew, I think you're really intelligent.
All right. Thanks.
You're not talking about us.
Yeah.
This is the first time I do this, so I'm kind of nervous.
Uh-huh.
I have questions about two different things. The first thing is HIV. My friend told me she had HIV. She tested positive for HIV. She's in a private institution, and they're kind of refusing to answer her any questions, and she has no clue about HIV, and neither do I.
What do you mean she's in a private institution?
I don't really want to say mental place.
A psychiatric hospital.
Yeah.
All right. And who would she be getting the information from about the HIV? Who is she asking?
The guy dressed as Napoleon.
No, just doctors there. They I think they're not really, telling her much about it.
And what are the questions that she has?
Well, the first question is, what's the difference between AIDS and HIV?
AIDS are what happened from the virus. When your immune system gets broken down, you start getting infections and cancers.
Okay. HIV isn't curable, right?
No, but these days it's so different than when I was in training. You can suppress the viral activity with medication, and it turns out if you can keep the viral count down very low, this disease progresses very slowly.
Okay.
So she definitely needs to get on a antiviral cocktail, it's called, right away.
How long has she had it?
I think she found out today.
How'd she get it?
She's not sure, but she thinks it might be cause she was raped like a month and a half ago. She thinks it might have been from that.
She's not a drug addict.
She has used drugs in the past, yes.
That's how she got it.
So it might have been from that.
Well, is she needle using drugs? She heroin or speed?
I really don't know about that.
Because that's the easiest way to get it, right?
That's how you get it, yeah. So, all right, and so what's the second question? She ought to be checked for hepatitis C also, by the way. Go ahead, what's the other question?
Okay, and the other question is about, I'm majoring in psychology, and I was wondering, I'm interested in doing the kind of work that you do, so I was wondering what else should I major in, and what...
My advice actually is that you don't major in sciences, that you do as much liberal studies as possible, then go to medical school, then do a psychiatric and a medical residency.
It's never going to happen.
And you're looking at about 14 years.
You should just get pregnant.
Pants.
What's a liberal? What's a liberal study?
I mean, philosophy and political science and literature, as much non-science as you can study.
Okay.
All right. You want to do radio?
No. Well, I mean, it would be
you actually should probably not. If you want to do what Adam does, you should probably just not do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I guess you just got to start cleaning carpets. You're way behind. When I was 18, I started my 6th month of cleaning carpets.
Right.
And you want to just have a private practice?
Sort of, yeah.
You want to be a psychologist?
I'm interested in doing what Dr. Drew does.
Well, do you know what Dr. Drew does?
I really wouldn't know what.
She just likes the tone of your voice.
She likes you, buddy. Whatever I do, it must be good.
Well, what do you think, what kind of doctor do you think Dr. Drew is?
Well, people call in, and sometimes they have,
You want to be Fraser Crane.
Yeah. But you don't want to do radio.
I mean, sure, why not? But, I mean, I'm not going to, set my goal to do radio specifically.
But you want to be... I think Dr. Drew is a doctor, meaning like a physician. You want to do be a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
Yeah, because I mean, people call in and have
right
questions and something that a psychologist would answer.
All right. Focusing on the calling in a lot for someone who's not interested in being on the radio. But all right.
Okay.
All right, you just stay with your studies.
And she doesn't like our band at all.
You're not a big Sum 41
You know what? My sister, she's a big fan of you guys. She's been following you guys since the beginning.
Is that the one that's in the mental ward?
No, that's not my sister. That's my friend.
That's a friend.
All right.
Okay.
I'd still do as much non-science as possible because it'll all get recapitulated in graduate school anyway.
And about the HIV thing, what else should she know? I mean...
She needs to get a doctor who specializes in treating people with HIV and get going on some antiviral medicine right away.
Drew, can't you just sort of run it off, like when you bang your knee up?
Yeah, sure. Just jog it off, yeah.
Okay.
Shake it off, I think we call it. Shake it off.
Yeah.
Just shake
Put
it off.
Robitussin on it or something.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I heard.
You should rub a little Vicks on top of
Vapor
it.
rub.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Then just sort of jog it off.
Then have a hot bath.
Hot bath?
That's it.
Put a little salt in there.
Yeah. A little bath bomb action.
Mustard, what do they call that?
Mustard gas.
Compress.
Mustard gas.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, there's mustard
Compress.
all
right.
packs.
Oh.
Mustard pack. Right. Go to Burger King, get yourself some mustard packs, pop them open on your
Plaster, mustard plaster.
Oh,
they used to call it.
Plaster.
Yep. That's Steve's maneuver. He does a mayo plaster in the bus.
Oh my God.
I should incorporate some mustard into the fun.
I'm sure. I mean, after enough sessions, a little ketchup gets involved there too.
Oh,
it's like when you like to mix everything up for your friend and you dare him to eat it.
Salad dressing. It's a $1,000.
With a little mayo on that boob
You dare to
sandwich,
eat that.
baby.
Dare to eat that.
Come
Andy.
on, hold still. I'm in a band. Andy,
28.
Yeah.
What's up?
I got a kind of a puzzle for Dr. Drew here. Every time after I ejaculate, this has been going on for about the last 3 years. It hurts when I urinate.
For how long afterwards?
Years.
A couple hours usually.
Why do you have a full bladder? Do you have to pee? Do you have an urge to pee?
No.
Can you wait the couple hours and then just assume that because there's a muscular sort of a valve that gets thrown there when you ejaculate, and there can be some spasming of the muscle around that. And if you don't give it a time to sort of relax, that's why guys can't. It's very difficult to pee immediately after ejaculating, and it can be irritating, it can be hurt.
They check for the STDs and
no,
all kinds of stuff.
No. Just don't do it for a couple hours. Just
hold your pee.
Just hold pee for a while.
But isn't there a part of you that is there a sort of biological function to want to urinate after?
That's what I was asking him. Some people have that. That's a prostate.
Yeah, sometimes I always thought, because sometimes it does hurt a little bit after, maybe because there's a little something left in there, or something you got to get it out, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it.
And so for you, urinating relieves that, Steve.
Actually, it kind of burns for.
No, I understand. That's the normal thing, but Steve's a little extra.
You're talking to me. No, it's like it's when you're with me on this, man.
Yeah, don't you like pee to get what's ever left in the?
Yeah, it gets it out.
In the urethra out. Is the
Why?
urethra?
Why?
No. You just do it. You don't have to do it.
No, you don't.
But it just sometimes but sometimes there's a bit of them burn.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I'm not talking about after I, just been with a girl.
It's so the semen doesn't kind of leak into your shorts kind of thing?
Wow,
What's the point?
But that's the reason why the shorts are there.
Guys think there's bad semen. Like, that's part of the old load. It's gonna get, it's gonna fester in my urethra.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying if I happen to, I don't care, but I just did and I happen to pee, sometimes it's like...
It burns.
Yeah.
Yes, it burns.
Little tiny bit.
Yes, it burns.
Steve, you could incorporate that into your ritual, which is...
I already have, my friend. Thank you.
I'm going to hose down that driveway.
Get some saran wrap, put it on the bus, get a bucket.
I hope that bus is already covered with plastic.
It's kind of got a film now.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, it's got a nice glaze
sticky
on
glaze.
it.
It's like a cake.
Yeah, when you go through there with a black light, the whole place just lights
up.
Like
a geyser with all the salt.
It looks like a rave.
Yeah.
All right, well, we found someone who's a big fan of the band who's calling up. Karen?
Hey.
You're 15?
Huh?
What's up?
Oh, well, okay, first of all, Adam, you kind of freaked me out last time I spoke to you because you're like, I told you about my high school, and then you're like, oh, that's where all the Mexicans go?
Where?
No problem. Taft.
Taft?
Yeah.
Huh? The Mexicans don't go to Taft.
Well, I don't know, that's what you said. I just, remember.
No. Mexicans go to North Hollywood and San Fernando and Poly and stuff. They don't go to Taft.
Didn't you tell us that you promised us a fan?
I remember you saying that that's where all the Mexicans
All right, be that as it may. What's up tonight?
But anyway, I just want to tell some 41 that, I love them, and every time they're in the studio, I just want to apologize right now because I make up the stupidest questions and everything.
All right, but what about your phone? Your phone line is so dreadful.
That's all right. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks for the call.
I just want to say you love the band.
Thanks. It's good to know that we have a couple fans listening tonight.
Yeah, thanks,
it's
sweetheart.
not all for Dr. Drew and Adam Girdle, Man Show.
But Steve has really impressed them with his style.
Yeah.
It's like, one of their clamoring to get on here.
They're just too nervous to call. They're like, wait, I remember that guy.
Oh yeah, he was
that creepy dude.
He's James Bond. Yeah, he's quite debonair with that move. Who says chivalry is dead, Drew?
This guy went to some kind of finishing school.
Well, you got the finish part right.
Yeah.
Let's. How does this work?
What?
She calls a year ago and goes, "I go to Taft." I go, "That's where all the Mexicans go."
I can picture it.
Really? And then Taft is on. Like, all right.
Take LoveLine caller.
Okay. Some 41 here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine.
LoveLine on 94.7 NRK.
Yeah. Some 41 in here tonight. Steve and Dave, both from the band. Tickled pink to see these kids again. Success has not spoiled them. Am I right, Drew?
Not in the least.
Sorry.
Same as they've always been.
Drew had to sit up and talk in the mic. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Sorry.
I know I promised you wouldn't have to do that.
Tickled pink.
All right, let's keep pushing forward here and speak to Tabitha, which I think is a hot chick name, Tabitha.
Tabitha's a good one, yeah.
Tabitha Stevens.
I like that, yeah.
Is that the last name?
Mm-hmm.
Good
No. No, that's a porn star.
That's a porn star, but it was also the name of Bewitched. Her daughter was Tabitha Stevens.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. See, this is kind of fun.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
7 degrees of
It's
Kevin
great.
Bacon.
It's great. Like when you're just driving home one night and you go, Peter North. Peter. That's a name for Peter. North. The face. He's talking about his dork. Like, it's great when you can put them together. Buffy Davis, an old porn star, was from Family Affair. Took the name of Buffy, the older sister. Tabitha?
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Nothing.
You're 19?
Oh, she sounds cute.
Huh?
You're hot, aren't you?
Actually, not really.
I knew it.
I don't believe it.
All right.
You just sound like Howard Stern there for a second.
You're hot.
You're hot.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
Well, I had 3 hours of that this morning. What's wrong with you? Why don't you think you're hot?
I'm not exactly the skinniest girl.
What's up? What are you coming in at?
Huh?
What are you weighing?
What am I wearing right now?
Weigh. How much do you weigh? Remember we were talking about your weight. Yeah.
I weigh like 175.
175. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'6".
All right. Let me do a little quick radio math here.
People can't really tell though that I'm that heavy.
Right.
But still.
They think you're 190, right?
No.
Oh, I see.
You know, you were that guy in high school.
I weigh
you were me in
175
high
too,
school.
pal.
All right. So you carry it well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what people tell me. So.
All right. And your question is?
Okay, I'm a C cup,
Mm-hmm.
and I just wanted to take like a poll right now between the four of you.
Yeah.
No, I do.
I don't laugh.
Do you think a C cup is acceptable, or is it like too small?
Whoa, what are you
whoa.
talking about here?
If you get into D, that's too big for me. I like, well, that
Yeah,
rhymes.
most guys like a C cup.
I think C is the perfect size. Well, depending on tall or and it could look weird if you're 5'1" or something like that.
We want to see a C cup on 5'9", 125 pounds. I mean, let's be honest. But the C cup is the right. You got the cup right.
Well, it's just weird because like every time like if I look at myself in the mirror, like with or without a bra, it looks like they're just like a B size.
Well, here's
push-up bra. Get the that Victoria's Secret thing where you.
I have like 5 of those.
You got the cup. Here's the deal: the cup is fine. The saucer's too big. You got the cup sitting on a dinner plate. You need to shrink so the cup looks small. See what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You got you're putting the shopping cart wheels on the Hummer. See what I'm saying? That's why. They need to go on a smaller vehicle. It's all relative, isn't it? I mean, with everything?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. The cup's fine, and we'll just work on dropping a couple pounds.
Okay. I also had another question.
All right.
Okay, this is for Dave and Steve.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I love you guys.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart.
I absolutely love Sum 41.
Did I meet you in the back of a bus once?
No, actually, you guys are coming to my town though on Wednesday. You're going to Bakersfield.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it possible for me to like meet you guys backstage? Because like all I want to do is like take pictures with you and enjoy the show like that.
I don't think backstage exists in Bakersfield.
Do they have those in Bakersfield? We're not sure.
Let's get her name. We'll give you passes to the meet and greet after the show.
Yay! Thank you.
All right. We'll put you on hold. It's not a great sell to start with the morbidly obese. Or I want to get backstage. You got it.
You're talking to the engaged guy.
Oh
but you are also the same guy that owns a shirt that says "No Skinny Chicks."
That's true.
So,
all right.
We've got it there.
But it's good for you because it's like the temptation is not as great.
There. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe she can go on the Zorn or something like that.
Tabitha, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, but listen. So because Drew feels bad for making fun of your weight a little bit, I want to put you back on the air.
Drew made fun of me?
No.
He was thinking it. He was
He was not.
So how about you do
it? Was you?
Okay, may have been me. May have been. We'll check the tape. Have you you exercising? You dieting, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing the Atkins diet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I've already lost like 12 pounds.
And poor Dr. Atkins is lying in a coma right now.
That's the way to do it.
You know what I
don't know about that.
I lost 15 pounds
Keep up the
going
good
on
work.
the vegan diet, which is more healthy. Try that one.
Really?
And then jog a lot. That's all you got to do.
I say just put out more than you put in.
Steve has a diet technique, which he drinks. He only drinks Sprite, and he trazzles and he beats off 9 times a day on unsuspecting groupies.
Yeah.
And he just has no fluid left in his
I
body.
just have like one ripped arm, and the rest of me is just really kind of.
His right arm's ripped.
Yeah, one arm's ripped.
His left arm gets a little work grabbing the ponytail, yelling "Hold still, bitch!" every once in a while, but
once in a while, come on.
Oh, well, so it's just some people, they get out of line. That's fine.
But good times, right?
But good times.
Good times,
But
great
good times.
oldies.
Are you doing? Did you do vegan diet?
Yeah.
And what? So that's no dairy.
It's no dairy, but then you can get more cereal, no mono or diglycerides, blah blah blah, and all that kind of.
Really?
You'd be surprised how many people don't understand it.
Oh, it's great when they're like, okay, we have a vegan in the band. We need a certain food. Can you supply some vegan food? And then like there'll be like a seafood platter or something like that. And then
right.
that's a fruit or vegetable. So it's fruit.
Also, when you're traveling in the Midwest, for instance, and they're still. True. Remember we used to go to colleges in the Midwest, and it's we're inviting you guys to a dinner, and we go, all right, that's great. What are we eating? And they're like, we got casserole.
Tuna casserole.
And it's like, what is it? A huge bowl just filled with egg noodles, 7 cups of
mayonnaise,
oil and mayonnaise, grated cheese, and then opened a can of tuna and just stirred the whole thing up.
And then breadcrumbs on top.
And breadcrumbs is like, what year are we in, fellas? What is this summer camp 1977? Like, what's going on?
Tuna surprise.
Yeah. So I imagine, like if you're out on the West Coast here, you could probably.
It's great because you can find all these Mexican places are good protein, but you just got to make sure it's not cooked in the law. It's an ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you become, then no one wants to go out to dinner with you because you're become the FBI interrogator.
But I'm so charming that the phone's ringing off the hook.
Yeah, but when you go out to dinner and you got that a-hole going, how's that prepared?
Yeah.
How's that prepared?
That's me, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, from my point of view, they're the ones being difficult. I mean, if they can't do it up for me, then come on.
My move would be as a waiter, I'd bring in that big wooden novelty pepper mill. And I'd be like, would you like some pepper? And then El Cabal, just pull like a Scarface on him. Just start beating the crap out of him. Blood's flying everywhere. And then I stand up and announce to the rest of the patrons, anyone else need some pepper? Anyone knows how this was prepared? Shut everyone up.
That would stop all that. That's good.
Yeah. Eventually, you might get fired. I'm saying eventually, but you go out with your head, your chin held up high.
Good times.
All right, Sum 41 here tonight. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
All right, guys. Bottom line, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline. The Dateline.
877-889-DATE.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back. LoveLine on 94.7 NRK is brought to you by Car Toys.
If you guys all switching, Drew decided.
What do you guys have there? Your
payday.
Payday.
All that talking of dieting made Drew go buy candy bars.
You're just doing it to spite me. Take that, vegan.
Yeah,
chocolate bar.
You guys, now you guys who aren't on the East Coast, but are on the West Coast or west of the Mississippi or wherever the hell you hear us, it's not on a day delay. You tune into Jimmy Kimmel Live right now. You endure a little Dion in a pinstripe suit, and then you get to the nougaty center of the show, which is Sum 41, playing another spectacular hit. I don't know what it is, but don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I want to be surprised when I get home. I TiVo the show.
Do we see the infamous bus where all this?
No, there's none of that.
Gentlemanly activity goes on.
No.
I wouldn't call it gentlemanly
chivalrous. I beg your pardon, chivalrous. Right.
All right, I want to thank
you
Stephen.
throw your coat down after you're done.
Stephen,
walk over this.
Well, I throw her down just to dry it up, though.
All right, Drew. You're done chewing your bar. Now you got to shoot your wad when the show's over. Oh, now Drew says, "Let's go." He's ready to go home. All right. Steve, Dave, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Yeah. Always a pleasure. You guys come back anytime you like. Chevelle in here tomorrow night. Foo Fighters on Wednesday. Pete Yorn on Thursday. Until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Wilkins Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.